Hey y'all, and welcome to episode 4. We're doing in this series of videos, interviewing each head football coach at the public schools here in Wilson County. Today we're here with Coach Chuck Gentry. How are you doing today, Coach?
Great.
Awesome, sweet.
Great.
So you're not the newest coach here in Wilson County anymore. You've had quite a bit to, establish your culture, get things going here at Lebanon. It's been awesome to see the process you've had from where Lebanon was to where y'all are now, to where you've been able to take them. I think that has mostly to do with, your coaching, the culture you've been able to create here at Lebanon. But another thing that I think it has to do with that is, I want to say the luck, but for lack of better words, I'm going to say luck in the amount of skill your senior class has been having recently so far. I think some of the most talented senior classes you've had in a while. I mean, just last year, Jalen Apston, that great offense you had. What's your philosophy on replacing talent as it graduates? Do you kind of have a system that you stick to and plug guys in, or do you evaluate your talent every year and adjust your system to them?
Well, we evaluate talent every year. We try to fit it to our system, but we also fit our system to what we have. We run the same plays, but it may be from the shotgun, from pistol, from sidecar. It may be empty. It may be 3 wide, 4 wide. May have 2 tight ends, no tight ends. It just depends. We try to do that, but we start with freshmen. Our varsity coaches coach our freshmen, and it's the same lingo, the same people, the same things from freshmen through. We think that helps, and then also the culture and our coaches being in the building up here and trying to demand that they're disciplined and do the things that they need to do, and trying to get every kid, every boy in Lebanon High School to play football, and the ones that we want, we go after and try to get them, and the things that we've done is been able to get players to come and play, get players to stay out playing, and then get them to graduate. And hopefully when they graduate, they leave it better than they found it.
Awesome. So speaking of talent, I mean, you had a lot of that over the past few years. I can name a lot of guys that fit that description, but I'm sure what most people think of when you talk about talent here at Lebanon High School in football is Zion Louge. What does it mean to have someone graduate from here and then go on to have such success? I mean, 2 national championships at Georgia. If things work out, possibly even you can make it to the league. What does it mean to have someone play here and then graduate and have such success like Zion's had?
Well, I put on a Facebook post last week, Zion Louge is a rock star. He's a rock star in the community. He's a rock star in the classroom. He's a rock star on the football field. He will graduate in December with a piece of paper, and that's what he set out to do, get that football pay for his education. He's done that. He's done great. He's achieved, SEC champions, national champions. Like I say, played on possibly one of the best defenses ever.
I'd probably say best defense ever,
And it's got snaps, and just the process of Trey Scott and Kirby Smart looking at us and saying, he's a project, but it's in there. It's up to us to get it out of him. And the question is, will he run back home to Lebanon? Kirby just put out a thing about his 2 years on the scout team, going against NFL offensive linemen every day, and then showing up every day, getting his nose bloodied some. But then, when it was his time, doing what they asked him to do, and sitting in there in the middle, pushing the center back or the guard back and taking up double teams and letting those other guys wreak havoc. And then, Zion has a job to do, and he does it well. And they keep putting him back out there on 1st and 2nd downs. And, we're very proud of him and very proud of the process that he's been through. He's got a 3.0 GPA, playing time in every game for the past 2 years. And, a lot of hardware that goes with that. Plus, we just got through with the Zion Louge legendary football camp, and every kid came through here. We had 178 signed up. We had about 150 something show up. Close to 300 people on the field during the day, and kids got a backpack. Kids got a signed, autographed picture.
That's awesome.
Kids got shirts. Kids got to spend time with Zion. He's out here coaching them, playing with them, and it was a huge success, not only for Lebanon football and Zion Louge and his family, but our community. And he is a ambassador for Lebanon High School, and what you can do. We have a saying: he's just a kid from Lebanon, and he grew up, at Lebanon City Park, playing Taifa, playing at the baseball, playing basketball, doing those things. He went to both middle schools, Walter J. then Winfrey Bryant when it opened. So he is Lebanon, and we're glad that when the first thing I did when I got hired was went to the gym, and he's one of the first people I talked to. He was last in line to shake my hand, and he said, "Coach, we're going to do big things." And I said, "I hope so." And again, with his family trusting me and his support system that he had, we've done what we set out to do, and that is for him to get that piece of paper in December, and then possibly have a shot, to have a cup of coffee or maybe a long career in the league. But that's all, that's all icing on top of the cake.
Awesome. So moving from, off the field, kind of on the field type stuff, like I was talking about earlier, the process that Lebanon's taken from where they were to where you've been able to take them. I mean, a whole lot of great success recently in the past few years, been pretty deep in the playoffs a couple of years. Unfortunately, both those runs coming to an end against a team like Oakland, the perennial just 6A state championship favorite. What's the step going to be for Lebanon to go from the really good team that Lebanon is right now to like a great team that can compete with teams like Oakland or Maryville like consistently for state championships?
Well, when we first started this thing, and before I got here, Maryville was the beast from the east, and now it's kind of transferred over to it's Oakland. And people say Rutherford County's the SEC of Middle Tennessee or 6A football, and they all are good teams, but Oakland has been the top. I have been the head coach here 6 years. They put us out of the playoffs 4 years, and won the state championship 3 times, I believe, in those 4 years. So that's kind of been our Achilles heel, but we haven't shied away from that. We matter of fact, we play them next Saturday in a 7-on-7. So we are we're not afraid to go play them, and again, it's to get better, you got to play better people and have better competition, and so they are the measuring stick, and we every time that we get a chance, we want to measure up and see where we how we size up against them. And again, to be the man, you got to beat the man. So we look at them. I have a lot of respect for Coach Creasy and his program and his assistant coaches that have been there with him a while, and they've got it rolling, but we always say somebody's got to beat them. At some point, somebody's got to beat Oakland, and we say, why not us? And that's the motto, and we strap it up and see what happens any chance that we can get to them. And, again, we try to say compete is one of our core values, and we say we're competing every day, not against anybody else, but be the best Lebanon that we can be. And hopefully when that time comes that we're the best Lebanon that we can be, and that takes us to eventually being able to surpass Oakland at some point.
Awesome. So coming up this year, we got the Wilson County region. Not all Wilson County teams. We got Gallatin, Warren County, Cokeville coming in this region with you. But every 6A team in Wilson County is going to be in the same region. And then also, I know Lebanon and Watertown, they're playing the home and home series. So for this next two upcoming years, Lebanon's going to be playing every single team here or every public school team here in Wilson County. What do you think that's going to do for some rivalries that you had, and kind of renewing some rivalries here in Wilson County, or also just for some rivalries you don't have and you might be able to build over the years?
Well, it's a lot of the recruiting talk. Wilson County has ballers too. It's good to be in the region. We take a month out of the season, and we have Green Hill, then we have Watertown, then we have Wilson Central, then we have Mount Juliet. So we don't leave the county for JV, for freshmen, or any of that stuff during that time. And it's great. It's good on travel. It's good on gates. It's good on communities getting together. We get to play Green Hill. We're the MyTV 30 game of the week, and that was just announced. And I was expecting a big crowd and a good competition, but that just amplifies it more. Watertown being homecoming and being the first time that we've played in a long time. I expect a big crowd for that one. Then Wilson Central, when Lebanon broke off and Wilson Central went over there, they were automatic rivalries, and new staff with Coach Kuhn, and then Mount Juliet and Lebanon. We've got a shirt that says we draw the line at 109. So it's one of those things. But I respect all those coaches. They all do a good job. They all have their programs moving in the right direction, and it's fun to compete against them and to be buddies with them. But on that Friday night, it's all hands on deck to see what happens and who gets bragging rights for a year. And it's fun. It's we're all competitors. We all want to win and lose, but it's good for the county that Wilson County football is good. And right now maybe one of the best times with four four high schools going at it, and then Watertown has been successful. So it'll be a fun thing to do, and we do it in basketball, so why not do it in football?
Yeah, yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, you coached at Cookeville here before you started coaching here at Lebanon too. They're coming in the region with you. What's it going to be like to go against the team you used to coach?
Well, it's Cookeville is when I coached there. Well, I always tried to tell our kids Cookeville's a hard place to play. You know, for 6A, you're kind of out there by yourself. You're on the plateau. You know, you got some 3A schools, some 4A schools, some 5A schools. But you're out here by yourself. So it's a hard place to go play. So that's what I told my team 2 years ago. It's a hard place to go play. It's what we tell them now. And Coach Hennigan coming in, we're doing a good job with his staff and getting that program, going back with how they expect to be. And so we have to go there week 3, and it'll be a tough region opener and a tough. Actually, it's week 4, but it's a tough place to play.
So I was talking earlier about the culture that rivalries can help promote here in Wilson County or you were talking about that for Wilson County that rivalries can create. I know last year you were helping out with the OTA on Top Athletics Wilson County Classic, second annual. What do you think events like that do? Bringing kids from all the schools together, all the coaches together. What do you think games like that do for Wilson County?
Well, it's fun. It gives the seniors another opportunity to play ball. It gives the coaches an opportunity to mingle with each other. We have been with Friendship has been on our side. Mount Juliet's been on our side, playing against Green Hill, Wilson Central, Mount Juliet Christian, and then Watertown has kind of been both places. But it's been fun. You get to see kids that you play against, and I told a kid from Mount Juliet, man, I'm glad you're on my team now. We ain't got to try to block you or tackle you and those things. So it's fun. It's coaches get competitive as always, but it's a fun night to showcase the talent in Wilson County and see how it goes. It's always special to put that helmet on one more time, because you pour so much into football, then all of a sudden that last game, unless you're the state champion, it comes to a sudden stop. And college football is one thing, but there's nothing like playing for your hometown that you grew up in with the kids that you grew up with the name of your community on your chest, and running out there in front of them on Friday nights. And to be able to do that one more time with the kids you grew up with and you played against, it's fun. And like I said, Coach Job and On Top Athletics has done a really good job of promoting that and giving those kids that opportunity if they want to. And some kids get a little exposure out of it, and but it's an opportunity to have one more chance. Because you can go out here and play basketball and softball and baseball and tennis and all the other sports. Most of them have pickup or leagues, adult leagues. But it's hard to find 22 grown men with full pads on to say, hey, let's go get it on one more time. And so it gives you an opportunity to do that, and that's why I think makes football so special.
So I always like to end the interview talking about players coming up this year, seniors, or players you think are going to have a big impact on our team. Who are some of those players for you coming up this year?
Well, I'll mention our leadership council first, which is Jack Kleinard, Jace Gardner, Bryce Niesick, Sean Heath, and Brent Duke. They're the 5 that's kind of been elected by our team to be our leaders, and they have done a good job in the offseason directing. And then you've got Kason Kincaid, who's trying to step in at quarterback, or Isaiah Mariah, who might be the quarterback. Then you have Kelandrius Crowell, Key Crowell, who is made a big impact for us last year, and we expect him to make a large impact for us this year, similar to filling the role of Anthony. And he's different, but he'll be playing kind of the same positions and stuff. Damian Callaway, and you just have several kids. We've got some of our linebackers back. Jeremiah Binkard, Dylan Sneed, those guys have been playing for a while. Jack Kleinard will step in at middle backer, moving back from defensive line. And we expect to have, to maybe not rebuild, but reload and have some younger kids step up. And, it's been a good offseason for us. We've worked extremely hard, been dedicated, committed. We've got bigger, stronger, faster. And, we're just counting the days down till we can get out there and start again. But we expect to, you know, that's one of the things that we talked about earlier. We expect to win.
Yeah.
That's one thing, you know, when you walk on the field and you expect to win, it makes it a whole lot easier when you're in that battle. And then if you've got the mindset, well, I'm defeated before I get out there.
Yeah.
And so that's a big thing. And with the success that we've had the last couple of years, we expect to go out there and compete. And you know, when the final bell rings, to come out on top.
Awesome, sweet. Thank you so much, Coach, for your time in this interview. It's been awesome to be here. And thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.